Children's books are very important when it comes to young kids learning, and moms are probably trying to find the best book for your kids that covers important lessons and topics. Today we have Lindsey Rowe, a Virginia author, here to talk about her newest children's book that dives into the focus of the 8 senses. Lindsey, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So why did you write Wiggles, Stomps, and Squeezes, Calm My Jitters Down?
So my daughter was diagnosed as autistic when she was around 2. And so we started doing therapies for her. And the one that we really found helpful was occupational therapy. And I like to say that it kind of introduced me into a world that we were already in, but we just didn't know it yet.
Right.
Because, I mean, you think about the 5 senses that you know, but then there's 3 more. And those are, the vestibular, proprioception, which is a hard one to say, and then interoception. And those are things that you feel every day. Like interoception is like when you're feeling hungry or you are full or have to go to the bathroom, things like that. You feel these things every day. Sometimes you just don't have a name for them. And so when I wrote Wiggle, Stomps, and Squeezes, Calm My Jitters Down, it was really a bunch of little vignettes of, experiences that a child with heightened sensory, differences has during a normal day. And then it just kind of progressed into a full day storyline. And it has been a really exciting journey to share it with not only the autistic community, but just parents in general who, a lot of people deal with sensory differences.
Absolutely. I would imagine, too, it also educates other children on what kids with autism are dealing with.
Yes, absolutely. And it's not only, autistic children that have these experiences. I'm neurodivergent, I am ADHD, and I have those experiences. And so you don't have to be in one of those 2 communities to experience it. But I feel like the way the book is written, I think most people will be able to identify with some part of it.
Absolutely. And you kind of just touched on that you were recently diagnosed with ADHD, PTSD, and anxiety. How did your personal experience impact your writing of this book?
I had it started already, but I think it added so much more. It was like a light bulb went on. When I finally got my ADHD diagnosis, and, I've had it since I was a child, I just was never diagnosed. I didn't know. And so when I got that diagnosis as an adult, it was like, oh, everything made so much more sense. And so it was definitely a good experience for me to get that diagnosis. And I feel very lucky that I got to go through this journey with that. But yes, it absolutely influenced how I view all the things in my past, and then also how I view, bringing my daughter up and my son as well, who both have sensory differences.
Absolutely. And it really sounds like this is a great resource for parents. Thank you so much for joining us, Lindsey. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And if you're interested in learning more, or you want to purchase Wiggles, Stomps, and Squeezes, Calm My Jitters Down, you can check out wigglesstompsandsqueezes.com.